Morning, guys. Morning. Beautiful blue sky today. Don't know if you can see that, but the weather's cleared up. A bit chilly this morning, but it rained all day yesterday. Oh, that's a nice thumbnail. Oh, look at that. That would be beautiful with that sun behind. And I got a lot of work done, but just didn't get a lot of the filming side. And little cats here. Little lovely cats. Oh. Little strays here. 你每天早上你给他们小吃吗？对。这么厉害。
没办法，他们是人家动迁而扔下来的。
哦。
那可怜嘛，都变流浪猫了。流浪猫在没绝育都养了小猫了。
哦。
那看里面小猫都是一样的。
哦，他们有虾吗？啊。在里面有虾吗？
里面啊。
所以他们都是妈妈和爸爸。
对。小猫，哎，这是妈妈，她也生了小猫。哦。这是给人家扔下来的，这个。
你太棒了，谢谢你照顾我们的动物，谢谢，再见。Lovely lady, she said she feeds those cats every day. I think the thing with a lot of stray cats here in China, they do actually, the communities do feed them. But those cats, of course, they run away if you don't have food. But if you've got food, they're running over. That is one thing that I've noticed for some reason in China. Cats run away a lot. I don't know why that is, but generally a lot more territorial and scared here. Anyway, yeah, yesterday was a bit frustrating. I was discussing one of my good friends yesterday with a call, and he's telling me how this month has probably been the worst month for weather, but things are picking up now. So yeah, all in all, it was a good day for getting work done. I had a rest day from the gym, which is good. You need a rest day every now and again. I've been training 4 days in a row, so it was good to just have a bit of rest. I'm back on the boxing this morning, so just going to my boxing lesson. Got the Harry Styles haircut this morning. Here we go, let's go for it. And yeah, I'm going to meet a friend of mine after the boxing, going to hit the gym. And then work this afternoon. I got to film some videos as well for this weekend, something short and sweet to go up on the Chinese social media and the short form platforms. I'm wondering right now whether to go for a funny Harry Potter video or British, or I've bought a load of shoes in December which I've barely worn actually. Just haven't really, like I said, I haven't really been to many offline networking events in the last few months. I haven't had a chance to use them, but I'm actually going to check out what I've got as far as shoes, and then maybe do a little shoe video, showcasing some shoes and style and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, at least I've got something to work towards now as well. I've got this little holiday booked. Got a holiday to, holiday, it's 3 nights away in, 3 nights away in Macau. So I go to Macau, have some food. I'm not going to gamble though. I'm not a gambler. Only when it comes to business. That's the only time I take risks. when it comes to gambling, I just feel like I think if you go in there, let's say you have, I don't know, $10 and you're like, okay, I'm going to see where this goes, and you can afford to lose it, then that's okay. But the house does always win eventually, unless you're playing something like I know a lot of people that make money on poker, but yeah, it'd be good to just go somewhere new. Macau is a great walking city. It's great to walk around. It's actually quite small, so it's got some really beautiful architecture, you know, the Portuguese influence, and great food. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, it's going to be another solid day of work, like every day. Last night, didn't play my guitar because I was working till late. I ended up watching this documentary last night. I do change up every now and again. You know, I don't have the absolute exact day every day. I'll be surprised if anybody does have the exact same day every day. All these people that profess about having, you know, I wake up at this time and then I read, and then you know, schedules change, stuff comes up. So, but yeah, last night I watched, which I have watched before. I watched the Bee Gees documentary. How Can You Mend a Broken Heart? How can you mend this broken heart? How can you stop the rain from falling down? So I watched that because I'm a big Bee Gees fan. I think the Bee Gees, their story is an incredible story. And yeah, that documentary is really good. And it features some really interesting characters. Obviously, you got Barry Gibb in it and all his band from the 70s, 60s and 70s. And you got Noel Gallagher from Oasis on there, and he said something really poignant, which I thought was quite interesting. He said, when you have brothers in a band, it's like a musical instrument that you cannot buy. You know, their harmonies and the way they sing together, you can't replicate that. You know, you can try and copy it, but you'll never quite get what they had, that synchronicity, and they've all got those different tones. It was just a fabulous documentary. I highly recommend you guys check it out. Bee Gees, How to Mend a Broken Heart. How Can You Mend a Broken Heart? Because they had this amazing success with Saturday Night Fever, which is a great movie to watch, a classic you have to watch, John Travolta. And then there was this weird scene in Chicago with this disc jockey. Is it Steve Dahl? I think that guy's name. And they created this whole scene called Disco Sucks. Which disco does not suck, right? Disco rocks. You know, disco is... A lot of music we listen to today has elements of disco in it. But the Bee Gees were more than just disco. They were R&B, they were soul, they were pop, they were rock, all rolled into one. So they're a very special band. It's kind of my bit of a childhood band. In the UK, we all love the Bee Gees. We never had that disco sucks stuff in the UK, really. So we just got on with it and danced. So just got the green light. But yeah, I watched that documentary. That's definitely worth an hour and a half, I think, or maybe it's an hour and 50 of your time. Sit down and watch that. Definitely. yeah. All their songs are just classics. They're all, you know, their songwriting. It's just incredible. I saw Barry Gibb, actually, the oldest brother. I guess you consider them the lead singer of the Bee Gees. He got honoured recently at the Kennedy Awards in the States, which, I mean, he should have really been the first recipient. He is an absolute legend. But yeah, he's someone that I don't think he tours anymore. He's another one that I wish I'd seen. There was probably an opportunity maybe in the 90s. I don't know if the Bee Gees were still touring then. But I was a kid, I was way too young. So I don't like to have regrets in life, but some artists like, oh, that's noisy. I might have to go around that building site. Some artists like Prince, Michael Jackson in the 90s. I don't think that This Is It concert, I don't think he would have been up to that. They were saying it was going to be the greatest show on earth. I mean, it probably was because of his presence, but who knows? Prince, Michael Jackson. There's been a few that... Elton John, he's another one that he hasn't died, but he's one that if I could have had the opportunity to see him, because he's just done his farewell tour. Although sometimes they have a farewell tour, then they have a before the farewell tour, then they have a at last the farewell, or I'm back on the road. Phil Collins 2 years ago, big fan of Phil Collins. He did that a few years ago. He came back. He had a farewell tour, and then he had a not dead yet kind of tour, which is coming out of retirement because of his divorce, you know, things like that. But he had to go back on the road to pay off his ex-wife. But yeah, fantastic. Anyway, a little bit of a ramble, a little bit off tangent, but yeah, the Bee Gees. And the stuff in the 60s also is incredible. 60s, 70s. I love these little dogs with little shoes. See that? They've always got little shoes on. I think that the main reason for that, by the way, when you see little dogs you see that a lot in China. Why do dogs have shoes in China? I think it's because of the floor. A lot of owners I speak to says because the floor is not too clean. But Shanghai is pretty clean, I'd say, compared to some other cities. You know, as far as, I mean, you can see, there you go, but they're cleaning the streets there. Beautiful. That might be a potential thumb, we'll see. Potential thumbnail. Like I said, this is all unfiltered. No thought or care put into these videos. Well, somewhat. I mean, before I start speaking with you guys, I always have in my head, okay, there's a few topics I want to discuss. What I talked about. And I filmed the Panda Profits podcast yesterday with, I would consider him a little bit more than acquaintance. He's been a good friend over the years. A guy called Ed Holyrood Pierce. He runs a company called CRCC Asia and Virtual Internships. And what they do is they provide free interns. Yes, free interns. That's not a plug. Free interns for companies. And it's not a catch. There's no catch. And I did an internship through their company in China 10 years ago now, exactly to this day. It would have been June 2014. Yeah, that's when I did my internship in Shenzhen. And yeah, so I had him on the podcast yesterday, but they got very lucky because they kind of pivoted businesses just before that special period. And so they still got the offline internships, but now they pivoted more towards online internships. And I've got some interns through them before as well. And yeah, it's a good little company. So just cycling through Xintiandi. I used to work here a few years ago. This is considered, I guess, one of the hubs of Shanghai. Xintiandi. This is usually the place that foreigners will come to when they... because it's somewhat of a kind of hip-hop area. You know, Saturday you'll get people walking through here, taking photos. Ooh, I can hear some birds, lovely. So the plan, after the gym, get some work done. I've got a few calls as well. Squeaky bike. And then, yeah, I need to play my guitar tonight as well. Guitar, do a bit of reading, bit of Alex Hormozi, $100 Million Leads. I'm still reading that book. What? I mean, this is the one area of Shanghai that is very... there's lots of police around there because there's two reasons. It's the safety aspect, so that crossroads that I just went through there, yeah, there's obviously lots of traffic, so that's what they do very well here, is the safety. And then further on down behind me is the place of the first People's Congress, which is definitely worth a visit if you get a chance to come to Shanghai. This is it's a good place to come. It's a kind of very touristy place, Xintiandi. I would say if you are going to come to Shanghai, you want to go somewhere that's a little bit more off the beaten track. Quite busy this morning. There we are. China life. The injury's gone now. I just turned my head and it felt okay. Yeah, you got this Labor Day holiday coming up in China from the 1st of May to the 5th of May, so everything's going to pretty much shut down for that 5 days. Good luck getting hold of anyone in China. Well, actually, I find that in China, when there's a holiday, people, unless it's Chinese New Year, that's the only time people literally don't contact me. But generally, people are pretty good with getting back to you. This is what I was trying to explain yesterday to this British company, is here the response time is a lot quicker. So when you message someone, you're not waiting weeks and weeks for a response. Generally, people are lightning quick. You know, WeChat has made people very, very quick. So that's what it does make you. China makes you quicker. Which is good and bad. Good because it means that stuff gets done. Bad because sometimes there's an expectation, you know, why didn't you get back to me quickly? Oh. Yeah guys, I'm probably going to cut it there for now. I've got to get a move onto my boxing. Yeah, feel free to drop any questions that you may have, any comments, positive, negative, praise, criticism, whatever you want, whatever you want, whatever you like, whatever you say, you pay your money, you take your choice, status quo. And yeah, smash that like, smash that like. I don't know where that ever came from. Smash that like, smash that subscribe, and see you soon guys. Have a great day. 加油，再见，bye bye.